Welcome back, car enthusiasts. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of celebrity and movie cars that have been stuck in automotive purgatory for years. These aren't just any cars, they're pieces of history with price tags that would make most lottery winners nervous. But nobody's buying. Let's roll the footage and find out why these legendary rides are gathering dust instead of racing to new garages. If I left any cars out, let me know in the comments below. Also, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And now, lights, camera, action. Car number 1. Picture this, it's 1964 and John DeLorean, yes, that DeLorean, had a vision to create what he called the Mustang Fighter. The Pontiac Banshee XP833 was sleek, gorgeous, and packed with an overhead cam inline 6 that could scream. The silver beauty with its fiberglass body and red leather interior looked like it came straight from the future. But here's where the drama kicks in. GM executives took one look at the stunning creation and panicked harder than a cat in a bathtub. Why? Because the Banshee was so good it would have eaten the Corvette's lunch, dinner, and probably breakfast too. Corporate politics killed it before it could even rev its engine in a showroom. This one-of-a-kind prototype bounced between collectors since 2006 when it sold at Barrett-Jackson for around $215,000. Ever since, it's been listed multiple times and auctioned, failing to meet reserve at one point for $750,000. As of today, it's still hunting for a buyer at $1.2 million. So, why won't it sell? The enthusiasts for Pontiacs aren't as prevalent when it comes to collector value for GM vehicles. The Yenkos, COPOs, and vintage Corvettes get the majority of the attention. Don't get me wrong, collector Pontiacs do exist, but not for that model or model type. What it does have going for it, it's the only surviving XP833. The V8 convertible version went into demise at the crusher. While it's a legitimate piece of automotive history with fewer than 1,500 miles on the odometer. Another plus, it's a concept car that has a VIN and can be legally registered, assuming you'd want to drive it. If you're interested, contact Napoli Kia in Connecticut. Car number 2. This one's heavy, folks. On September 7th, 1996, rap legend Tupac Shakur was riding passenger in this black BMW 750iL, driven by Death Row Records CEO Suge Knight, when tragedy struck at a Las Vegas intersection. 4 bullets. 6 days later, the music world lost an icon at just 25 years old. Since 2017, yes, you heard that right, this car has been sitting at Celebrity Cars Las Vegas for over 8 years and counting. It even appeared on Pawn Stars in 2018 with a $1.5 million asking price, but nobody bit. The price has since increased to $1.75 million, and potential buyers must put down a $20,000 refundable deposit and sign a confidentiality agreement just to get details. Also, this is a common misunderstanding, but no, Drake bought Tupac's ring, but not the car. In 2024, he posted a picture on his story to stir up rumors that he bought it over some Kendrick rap beef. Weird flex, Aubrey, but okay. My theory is he put down the $20,000 just to pose with the car and get a walkthrough. Another important detail is that this BMW wasn't actually owned by Tupac. It was leased and later owned by Death Row Records. So, why won't it sell? One dealer put it, "We've had people ask us if his spirit is in the trunk. The car has been fully restored, bullet holes filled but still visible. Everything returned to original condition except for one small indentation that might be from a bullet." And there's the rub. Who wants to buy the car where someone passed away regardless of celebrity status? People click out of curiosity, maybe listen to some Tupac jams, then close the tab. The tragic history that makes it valuable is exactly what keeps wallets closed. As Auto Evolution noted, it just sits there and returns to the spotlight when info emerges from the investigation. RIP forever to a rap legend. Car number 3. I'm not a car, I'm a curse. Memphis Reigns might as well have said about Eleanor herself. The 1967 Shelby GT500 from the 2000 remake of Gone in 60 Seconds became an instant icon. Designed by Steve Stanford and Chip Foose, 11 Eleanors were built for the film, but only 3 were working cars, and 2 were destroyed during filming. The price tag? The hero car sold for $1 million in 2013. Other screen-used Eleanors have ranged from $200 to $850 grand. We have to put an asterisk on this one because none are currently on the market, but they don't have much of a market. Also, you'll see this recurring theme. Some of these cars have sold, but they took an extremely long time for the seller to move and/or they had to drastically drop the price. So, why won't they sell? Sometimes. Licensed Eleanor replicas now flood the market, with prices ranging from $180,000 to $300,000 for a brand new build. Why drop $1 million on a shell movie car when you can get a better engineered replica with modern tech for a fraction of the price? The original hero car commanded $1 million, but subsequent screen-used cars struggle because buyers know they're paying for film footage, not superior engineering. And from the recent court ruling in 2025, the fans can build their replicas in peace, since they're not copyright protected, putting a 20-year legal battle to end. Haliki, what a killjoy. Car number 4. Before we continue, if you're enjoying these automotive facts, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. We've got 6 more legendary rides that can't find homes, and trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Now, back to the Caped Crusader's wheels. The George Barris customized Batmobile is arguably the most iconic TV car ever created. Atomic batteries to power, turbines to speed, this bubble-topped beauty had it all. Bat ray projector, smoke screens, oil slicks, and enough gadgets to make Q jealous. The price tag? Batmobile number 1, the original Lincoln Futura conversion, sold for $4.62 million in 2013. Seems like a bidding war, but we're focused on another Batmobile. Batmobile number 3 was first auctioned by Barris in 1983 for $77,000, then cycled through multiple owners before appearing at Barrett-Jackson in 2009. It sold again in January 2025 for $495,000. When the top lot sells for less than what reserve would have been, only the buyer is smiling. Why the struggle? Here's the bat math that doesn't add up. The original sold for $4.6 million, but replica number 3, which actually appeared in the TV show and movie, brought less than $500,000 12 years later. That's not just depreciation, that's a crash that would even make the Joker wince. The original is in a class of its own as the Lincoln Futura conversion, while replicas number 2 to 4 were fiberglass bodies on Ford Galaxy frames. Collectors apparently care deeply about that distinction. Plus, Batman has been rebooted so many times that the 1960s version, while nostalgic, it doesn't command the premium it once did. Car number 5. As Steve McQueen once said in the film, "You work your side of the street and I'll work mine." Well, this Charger's been working the street called for sale for a decade, and business is not good. The 68 Dodge Charger RT from Bullitt is legendary, the bad guy's car that gave McQueen's Highland Green Mustang a run for its money through the steep streets of San Francisco. 2 Chargers were used, one for stunts destroyed in that spectacular gas station explosion, and the hero car for close-ups. This is allegedly that hero car. The price tag listed at $1 million in 2013, then sold for a way lower price. It sits currently at Chrome Cars dealership in Germany with price available upon request since 2015. Why the hesitation? Well, Warner Brothers destroyed all the paperwork that could definitively prove this is the Bullitt Charger. Welch found camera mount holes, layers of yellow and black paint underneath the current coat, and the car matched the film's specs and dealer records, but there's no smoking gun certificate. It's automotive purgatory, probably real, but probably doesn't command million-dollar confidence. Meanwhile, McQueen's documented Mustang from the same film sold for $3.4 million in 2020, with bulletproof provenance. This Charger, it's the villain that nobody wants to chase anymore. Car number 6. Elvis Presley was famous for buying caddies like outfits, but this 1967 Lincoln Continental limousine was actually a keeper, sort of. Colonel Tom Parker gave it to Elvis as a wedding gift when he married Priscilla in 1967. The king and his family used it as their main ride in Los Angeles. It sold at Mecum, Monterey in 2019 for $165,000. Low for a Lincoln and for an Elvis car. Other Elvis Lincolns have struggled at various auctions. After Elvis's passing in 1977, the car changed hands several times, including being owned by Chicago businessman James Petrozzini, who used it to pick up clients from the airport. When Petrozzini passed in 2014, the car sat in his collection gathering dust, literally. When it hit auction in 2019, photos showed it covered in layers of grime. Bruh. Petrozzini let it deteriorate. The phrase barn find usually excites collectors. Filthy forgotten limo doesn't have the same ring to it. Car number 7.
What are we driving?
Well, we are definitely not driving this fast and furious ride home. Remember when Brian O'Connor drove a Le Mans Blue 1969 Yenko Camaro off a ramp and landed on the yacht in the climactic scene of Too Fast, Too Furious? Yeah, that was awesome. Buying the actual car from that scene, not so much. Various hero cars from the film have appeared at auctions. One sold at Barrett-Jackson, Las Vegas 2013, then cycled through Volo Auto Museum and private collectors. Currently listed at Chrome Cars, Germany with price on request. That toxic phrase in the car sales world. Dealers speak for we know what we got, we've priced accordingly. Chrome Cars has had this hero car listed for several years. The car was built by Ted Mosey of Picture Car Warehouse, purchased by Volo Auto Museum in 2006, sold to a private owner in 2010, and eventually made its way to Chrome Cars where it's been sitting alongside the Bullitt Charger that we just covered earlier. Here's the painful truth. Not so much for us, but for the dealer. It's not a real Yenko. Real 1969 Yenko Camaros are worth $200 to $500 grand. This is a clone, a recreation, a very nice tribute car built for the movie, with a 350 and a manual transmission pretending to be something it's not. The Yenkos were all clones, as were the Challenger RTs. Most of the Camaros were wrecked. The car still has the original camera, wiring harness, and jump scene brackets, which is cool for movie buffs, but collectors face an identity crisis. Is it a fake Yenko that happened to be in a movie, or a real movie car that happens to be a fake Yenko? This Camaro is stuck in no man's land, too expensive for Camaro collectors who want the real deal, too cloney for movie car collectors who prefer authentic screen-used vehicles that were actually authentic cars to begin with. How much do you think they're asking for it? Consider their work to restore it back to movie condition. Let me know what you think in the comments below. My guess would be between $175,000 and $200,000. After a dealer markup, import fees from Deutschland, shipping, and registration, you're probably in the price range of an authentic Yenko. Car number 8. Every Mercedes collector has seen this car and had the same conclusion. To paraphrase from an ambitious professor we all know, it belongs in a museum, but not my warehouse. This 1937 Mercedes 370 was commissioned by production to be customized in order to accommodate the chase scene with Jones' nemesis, Belloc Tot, and Colonel Dietrich next to the cargo truck. With a movie pedigree of arguably from one of the greatest action films of all time, this custom 1937 Mercedes-Benz seems like a must-have until you take a closer look at the car's details and specs. The price, $275,000. The short answer is no. Long answer is that this isn't even a real Mercedes, built on a 60s Jaguar Mark 9 chassis and drivetrain. This wasn't designed for originality or authenticity, but being capable of the stunts and speed suitable for the professional drivers in the chase scenes. I'm sure it will eventually sell, but right now it's a clone no one is tripping over each other to get to. Car number 9.
Why can't you see? Oh.
Back to the king. This white-on-white stretch 1973 Lincoln Continental limousine was Elvis's ride around Memphis, and it was the last of the many limos that he bought in his life. He was photographed behind the wheel multiple times, including once when he stopped at a car accident scene. The specific car was the main attraction at auction in 2019 and sold for a measly $75,600, far below what many expected. Ouch. Dude should have paid the extra for the auction reserve. Although this has sold and technically isn't up for sale, here's why we're talking about it. Because Elvis car market saturation is real. This limo sold, but for a fraction of what rare Elvis vehicles command. Why? Because Elvis owned everything. His 1973 Stutz Black Hawk sold for $297,000. His 1971 Mercedes-Benz 280 SEL brought in over $100,000. His pink Cadillac is priceless and lives at Graceland. But when you owned over 200 Cadillacs and gave most of them away, even a real Elvis car becomes just another Lincoln. This car would hit auction and sell again in 2022 for $400,000, but its price history is a testament to the bottom end of Elvis car value. Car number 10. Originally delivered in 1972, this Ferrari 365 GTC4 was offered for sale by Daniel Schmidt and Company in early 2025. Adorned in triple black, Nero exterior, Nero leather interior, 41,000 miles. One of only 505 produced with an asking price of $182,000. Owned by mega talent agent Michael Ovitz. Then sold to Stallone in the mid-1980s during the peak Rocky Rambo years. Stallone sold it in the late 1990s. It likely shared garage space with the stolen Cobra Mercury that we covered a while back. But the car has incredible Hollywood pedigree, but the price doesn't exactly scream demand. More half-century-old exotic. The problem is it's competing in a market flooded with celebrity Ferraris. The 365 GTC4 is already a niche Ferrari model. It's not a Daytona, not a Dino, just a Grand Tourer. Stallone's provenance should add value. But his car history is complicated. Buyers wonder, is this a good Ferrari that Stallone owned, or a Stallone car that happens to be a Ferrari? The answer matters for value. I actually should be talking in the past tense because this car has since sold, but from its price point it wasn't very sought after. So there you have it, folks, 10 legendary cars with legendary price tags and legendary problems finding buyers. From corporate killed concepts to tragedy-marked BMWs, disputed Chargers to cloned Camaros, these rides prove that fame doesn't always equal fortune in the collector's car world. If you enjoyed this trip through automotive limbo, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and drop a comment telling us which car you'd actually buy if money were no object. Thanks for watching, and remember, sometimes the cars nobody wants tell the most about value.